Hi everyone, Dion Bozak here from Sky Analytics, and I'm back to show you part 2 of our Introduction to Sky Analyst FDM series. In part 1, we introduced you to Sky Analyst FDM and the dashboard. If you missed part 1, our dashboard review, there's a link in the description below. Now in part 2, we'll explore the data section of Sky Analyst FDM. It may not be as colorful as the dashboard, but this is where the real power lives, perfect for digging into flight and event data in detail. This view is especially useful if you're a safety officer or a maintenance lead who needs to drill down into individual flights or events. If you recall from part 1 of the series, Sky Analyst FDM is divided into sections based on the main features you want to use. We already looked at the dashboard, so now I'm going to click on the Data button to bring up the data section of the application. When you click the Data button, you'll notice a few new buttons show up. We've designed Sky Analyst to be as easy to use as possible, so we only display buttons when the features are available to you. You're seeing this in action now. We'll get to those new buttons in our next video, but for this video, we're going to focus on the contents of the main grid. We've got 3 main entry points, if you will, into this data. Which one you start with really depends on what you're trying to accomplish, but the flexibility is there to help you easily find the information you need. When you first open the page, the default view is set to Files. So the grid view shows a list of all the files that have been processed for this operator. If I click the triangle next to one of these files, I can see a list of all the flights that are contained in that file. And if I click the triangle next to a flight, I can see all the FDM events that have been detected on that flight. Starting from the files view like this is handy in situations where you've just done a download and immediately want to look at the data. For example, you may have had a hot start on an aircraft and you want to have maintenance look at the data immediately. Starting at the files view makes it really quick to find the most recent file process and the most recent flight on that file. Now moving on to the Flights button, I'm still looking at the exact same data, but now we're one level down and the view is showing me all the flights that have been processed. I can still expand the flight by clicking the triangle to see the events detected on that flight, just like we did in the last view. Now as you can probably tell, this view is handy if you're trying to find a particular flight. If, for example, a flight crew wants to take a look at their flight, this is a really quick way to find it. It's also worth noting here that Sky Analyst FDM lets you view all of your flights, not just those that have events detected. It even detects ground runs, which are useful for maintenance, although they are hidden by default, just to reduce clutter. Finally, we have the Events view. As you can probably guess by now, this is the lowest level and has all the data listed by event. This view is handy when you want to review the most recent events detected in the system. Of course, all of these grid views are completely customizable. You can filter your data, turn columns off and on, rearrange the columns, and even group by columns as you can see here. And once you have your view the way you like it, you don't want to have to reconfigure this every time you log in. Sky Analyst FDM allows you to save your layout so that you can quickly reuse it in the future. All of your settings are saved to the layout. You can even have multiple layouts, and different users can have their own layouts. There's quite a bit of detail available in the grid, but if you'd like to see even more details about a particular flight or event, just click the Details button to bring up a pop-up window with some additional information. This is a great way to answer specific questions such as what runway was used, what other events occurred on this flight, or what the weather conditions were like, all without digging through multiple systems or screens. So that wraps up our quick overview of the data view. In the next video, we'll show you how to dive even deeper into your data using plotting tools and flight animation. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to get notified as soon as that video is ready. In the meantime, if you have any questions on Sky Analyst FDM, SMS, or any of our services, contact us at info@scaledanalytics.com or through our website. Until then, fly safe.